Is my hair okay? It's beautiful. What I've done is I've got together 30 songs which are some of my favourite songs to play live, and 2 new songs, and some which have been out before but more difficult to get, and I've put those together on my new CD, and I've called it Soundtracks of My Life, because I have a song called Soundtrack of My Life, and that's about being in love with music and the way that we all identify parts of our life with our favourite music. And so it seemed appropriate to celebrate the 30 years since I started singing. I remember my first gig in 1984, and it's a long way since there. I started out with that dream, and to come this far is incredible for me. So it's called Soundtracks of My Life, and it's about it's the 30 songs, and I think it's good. It's all songs that I really enjoy performing live from the years, and mostly from my solo albums. And it's something that's working out really well. And so far on the tour in Brazil, we started and I had 33 shows. And then in Europe, I've got 33 shows. And what I wanted to do was a DVD that would capture the set, really. Because I think it's nice on every tour, you have a different set list, a different vibe. Sometimes it's different musicians. And I wanted to try and capture the Soundtracks of My Life set on a DVD. So I thought, well, I love it in the Czech Republic. I come here so much, I've got so many loyal fans here, that it would be a great place to make a DVD to go with the Soundtracks of My Life. So that's what's happening. I'm here making the DVD. We've got a huge 2-hour set of songs that feel absolutely great. So I'm really looking forward to the concert. I've told you we can't keep meeting like this. I know you're a loyal fan, but really, it's enough for us. And I don't think you should be coming to any more concerts. 3, 2, 1, scream! For me, the fans are absolutely important, because I'm completely independent. I don't have a big record deal. I haven't for quite a few years. So the only people that support me is my friends, my family, and my fans. So when my fans buy my CD or my t-shirt, then the money goes directly to me, not to a big company, and then I get a little bit of it. So that's why it's different, really. And I don't like it when people think that they're more important than the fans. For me, the fans are the most important part of music. And I'm very lucky in my life that I have some incredibly loyal fans all over the world. And I'm not a big, important artist, I'm a small artist, but I'm completely independent, doing my own thing. I play with the musicians I want to, I have the artwork I want, I do the music I want. I don't have to listen to anybody else. And that is an absolutely rare and precious thing. So I feel in my life I'm very privileged to have the support of my fans, and I get quite angry when people disrespect my fans and treat them as if they're dumb, because I think the last people in the world that are dumb are fans, because they actually listen to music and decide what they're going to buy and decide who they're going to support. And years and years ago in the music business, there was a lot of hype, and people used to say, oh, this band is great, and you could buy a record because you believed what journalists or the record company said, and you think, well, it's not really great. So now it's a different world, and for me, my fans are very, very important. So usually after every show that I do, I try and sign for my fans and have photos, and just to say thank you really for all the support that they give me. And sometimes before, the only times that I don't sign is if I'm really ill, so I have to rest, otherwise it will jeopardise the tour, or if I have a flight. Sometimes it just works out, you have to leave straight after the gig and go to an airport, fly somewhere to get to another country. But those are the only times that I don't do any signing. The rest of the time, I don't care how many people it is, I will sign for everybody. In Brazil, I have incredible support, and at one concert we had 700 fans, and I signed for everybody, and it was such a big crowd that the security couldn't get through to me. I was already signing like this, so but it was really, really cool. And I'm never worried about that, because people just want an autograph or a photo, and then they leave you alone and go, okay, well, thank you. And I've seen quite a few artists, one who I won't name, that he came out of the backstage door and there were 6 fans there, and he went, oh, and he went back in and he refused to sign for those 6 fans. And I thought, well, how paranoid are you? You think there are 6 fans there holding pens and cameras, and they're going to attack you with a pen and a camera. So for me, I just thought it was stupid. So I always sign. I try to, and sometimes the venue doesn't believe me when I say I want to sign for my fans after the gig, and they don't leave any time. And I always say, after the concert, when does the venue close? Because I have to sign for my fans after the concert. And they, oh, don't worry, you'll have plenty of time. Well, on this tour, at one concert, I came off, I started signing, and then all the security started hassling my fans and kicked them outside. So I was on the street in my wet stage clothes, signing for my fans because the security was so rude. I'll never, ever go back to that venue. Never, ever go back there, because they treated the fans so badly.
Bayley is the best.
Blaze, I play with you on drums in my hatch. I'm so happy that you remember me. Thank you very much.
It's the Soundtracks of My Life world tour, and because there are 30 songs on the CD, then I can change the set list around a lot. So I started at Christmas in Brazil there, and I went all around Brazil doing 33 shows, and then I've come to Europe to do 33 shows of my own headlining. Then I've got festivals, and at the end of the year I have some more shows. So it's a really big tour, but I think it's the most fun and least stress I've had on a headline tour of my own. It's been a lot of fun, and I can't believe the support that I've had. I've had more fans come and see me and better reactions on this tour than anything I've done before, so it's been absolutely fantastic. Yeah, it's funny when people ask me, oh, did you see this, did you see that? I go, well, I'm not a tourist. And then people used to ask me all the time, did you bring me anything back? I was like, well, I haven't been on holiday, I've been on a tour. Ah! Are you the craziest, most heavy metal motherfuckers in the fucking world? Scream for me! Well, I've come to Prague many times, and you probably won't believe this, but doing this bonus stuff for the DVD, it's the most I've ever seen of Prague. Normally, I'm driving through Prague, or it's at night and I'm in a taxi going to the hotel or going to the gig. So what's really nice about doing this interview is that we've walked around Prague and gone on the trams and all of that. So it's really nice. And in the Czech Republic, I had so much support over the years since I left Maiden with the fans in the Czech Republic and my friends here, that it's really a pleasure to come here, and I always look forward to coming to Prague, and I feel like it's almost a second home to me because I visit so often.
Soundtrack of my life. Virus.
At least you know all the songs.
Steel. Unbelief.
And that's it for tonight.
That's it. That's
Cheers.
That's the whole show.
And then everyone cries.
On my Facebook, then I share it with, we answer everything ourselves, that's me and my manager. And as many personal things that I can answer, then I do. But sometimes people send a message and I need an urgent reply because sometimes it's about booking a gig or something, and my manager will answer it, and I can't always get Wi-Fi where I am. The two things I ask for with my hotel is clean and Wi-Fi, so that I can do my Facebook and talk to my family. So yeah, I do most of my Facebook myself, and every gig I get to, I try and take a photo, do a selfie of me outside the gig, so that any fans who haven't been to that gig before will see it and go, yes, that's the gig, that's where we were looking for. It's a new world now, and with Facebook and with blazebayley.net and with Instagram, then really I'm not in magazines, I'm not in a lot of newspapers, I'm not on TV hardly at all, you don't see my videos anywhere except YouTube, and it's because people find out about me on Facebook and on internet that they know about me, not because I'm everywhere. So I'm a cult artist. I'm very small, but it's really nice to be in a direct contact with my fans so much of the time. I'm completely independent now, a solo artist. So what I do is I work with different musicians, And the band that I'm working with on this European tour, part of it used to be Fury UK, and they supported me a couple of times, well, quite a few times, when it was Bayley band, and we always got on very well. So when I was looking for musicians for this tour, I got in touch with Chris, and his new band is called Absolver, and it's Chris and Martin and Dan. And what we decided was, well, we were going to try a slightly different thing and come on this tour with one guitar and change the arrangements slightly and see if we could make it work like that. And it's been absolutely fantastic. So I've had incredible reactions. All of my hardcore fans have really enjoyed the gig, so it's been really good. And it's a big advantage for me because we're all British, so we leave from the same airport, we rehearse at the same place, we're all very close together. So it's really good, and it's it's just been great working with the guys from Absolver, because this is one of my favourite tours that I've done, and I feel really spoilt. When I'm on stage, I'm kind of consumed by the moment and the vibe, and I'm trying to get my fans involved in that as well. So part of it is I'm trying to sing as well as I can and tell the story of the lyrics with my voice, and tell the story of the song and put over the darkness or the energy or the positive elements of it, to put that over. And in other parts of the performance, what I'm trying to do is get everybody to forget themselves for just a few seconds, to just say, right, be here with me in the concert right now. Allow yourself to forget your life and just be here, and give yourself these few moments of freedom. And a very important thing I always take with me is a proper knife and fork. But if I'm flying, then I only take the spoon, not knife and fork. A spoon and a fork. If I'm flying, I only take the spoon. And remarkably, you can get this. I can take this most places, and it's a very useful tool, the spoon, but it has to be a good quality one, and this end has to be thin enough to fit into the top of a wine bottle. So if you haven't got a corkscrew or somebody swiped it, you can still open a bottle of wine, and you can eat my cup of soup or whatever I want. So that is a very useful one. I'm always on the lookout for a good quality spoon. Hey, look at that. That's a good teaspoon, isn't it? That is a very useful spoon. But really, I'm a cult artist, and I think because I don't want to be really big, I don't want to be playing huge concerts every night, I just enjoy the places that I do play, and really my goal is just to go back to those places and share these really precious moments with my fans. So that's what keeps me going, really. And in my career over the 30 years, I started with a dream of being a singer in a band. I used to work nights in a hotel, checking people in, cleaning the hotel, mopping up sick and all kinds of stuff. And then I had a dream. I thought, right, if I could do anything that I wanted to do without restriction, what would it be? And it was, well, I would be a rock singer, and I would tour the world. And so I kept on with that dream. I wasn't a good singer, but I loved to sing, and I kept on with that, and it happened for me. I managed to get from nothing, cleaning a hotel, to the top band in the world, to the most important heavy metal band in the world, Iron Maiden. And I absolutely loved those days in Iron Maiden. But I've done that, and now where I am now is the happiest I've been with my music, where I play to all different kinds of crowds in different places. I play festivals and small venues and medium venues. I'd go all over South America and all over Europe, and it's something that I really enjoy. And for some reason now, after these 30 years and all the things I've done, the Iron Maiden albums, the Wolfsbane albums, my solo albums, now it seems that people are more interested in me now than they ever were before. And now I'm doing things completely on my own terms, and now people are going, you know, I think I'm going to check out Bayley, and they really stick with me. So I'm very, very lucky. I feel very privileged to have the support of so many fans. Am I paying for this tape? Because nothing's happening. And you're rolling the tape. If I'm paying for this tape now, my fans are paying for this tape to watch what? Nothing happen? No, it happens. Get out! You're making things happen. Come on, this is it. This is going on Facebook tomorrow. It's going on BlazeBayley.net. Laundry, toilet paper, soap, curtains, hot water. They're all the kinds of things that can go wrong or you don't get when you're on tour. And some hotels, you get into your room, they haven't got soap. Some hotels, unbelievably, haven't got toilet paper. Some hotels, they haven't got curtains on the windows. And some of them, the curtains are so light, it's as if they haven't got curtains. So they want you to wake up at sunrise and just get rid of you. Well, let's have a look. Classic look. Oh, hang on, we've got blinds here though. So that's an improvement. Blinds. At the last one, there was nothing at all. So that's okay. So I think with the blind, what you see, look. I mean, how's that supposed to keep any light out? It's not, is it? But it's better than the last one. Now, here's the other thing in hotels. You've got to check the bathroom now. Let's have a look. Where's the light? Okay. Soap, yes. Towels, yes. Oh, this is luxury. Heated towel rail. So that means I can, when I wash all my stuff out tonight, I wash my stage gear, put it on there, and it should be dry for the morning. Shower. Oh, soap in the shower as well. I prefer this soap in a way. They seem to top it up. Or what's this? Oh, shower cap. Nothing. Shower cap. Good. Well, I like a single bed. The next thing is, PowerPoint there, great. So I can charge up my iPad and my phone, and there's one there. That's great. You'd be surprised though how many places don't even have a PowerPoint anywhere near. Mini bar, look at that. Fantastic. And I think this is, I think that's a Czech drink.
Herbal liqueur.
Yeah, I think that's a Czech drink. I think that's, people keep giving me massive bottles of that on every tour of Czech. But, okay, so great. So far, so good. So I'm going to have a shave now. So, some hotels have got soap, toilet paper, hot water, and radiators, and dark curtains. So if you need to sleep in, you can, and that's great. But laundry is always the issue. So you end up, well, when I started, and I think a lot of musicians this happens to, you end up with a bag of stinking, dirty laundry, right? And the worst is the socks. So you either have to take a massive pile of socks with you or buy socks when you're out there. And what's happened since the last recession, the big recession, the real price of socks has come down. So now socks are actually disposable. So now, instead of trying to wash my socks and dry them out and them still be wet and stinking in the morning, then I buy my socks. And if I haven't got a chance to buy my socks, then I put it on Facebook for my fans. I say, please bring me some black socks to the gig, clean black socks, I've run out of socks. And now people do. And I'll give you an extra big hug. Most of the people don't want the big hug. I don't know why. And but people bring black socks for me to the gig, and they even give me a message on Facebook, Blaze, do you need any black socks or a pen? Because I also put on it that my pen is run out. So now my bag that I tour with is very small. I don't have loads of black socks. If I can't wash my socks because the hotel hasn't got hot water and it hasn't got soap or a radiator or anywhere to dry, I throw the socks away. So across the world, there's a trail of stinking black wet socks that I've left behind me, and I've just got the most incredible fans. And if I ever make a lot of money, then I'm going to blaze Bayley socks and give them to the fans.